Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome. My name is Jasmine and I'm so glad you're here. I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you again for watching this video, for giving me some of your time. So I hope you really enjoyed it. I was inspired to create an accent mirror. I needed to bring some light. I really love bling, but bling could be very expensive, and sometimes you want to create something but you want to make it more unique. And when I found this, I thought this was the perfect inspiration. So I found this inspiration. This is a modern and contemporary accent mirror, and I thought it was perfect. Yes, it's very hard to create this look with mirrors, so I give it to them because it looks so pretty. But I am impressed the way this one came out as well, and it was so affordable. It came out less than $21, and I really love how it looks in my area. I thought that it brought so much light into the room, which I really needed because I didn't have that many windows, so I thought it's working perfectly. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and the items you do need. The reason why it came out to $21 is because some items I already had in hand. So let's go ahead and get started and give you the list of everything you will need. Remember, keep in mind some of these items I already had in hand. The first thing that I did purchase in the Dollar Tree was two of the boards. Those boards are $1 each, and the one I purchased was black, which I think worked perfectly for this project. I purchased a round mirror, 16-inch. I purchased the games, not the original ones. These were a lot cheaper, but they were a lot smaller. Each pack brought 54 of those tower blocks. They're the squares you will see in the DIY. I purchased 3 of those. I had a green wire wreath that measures 24 inches. I also had the acrylic and spray paint silver tones. I already also had the bling mesh. For the glue, you need hot glue, E6000, and the knife. So let's go ahead and let's start off by cutting the boards. You need 2 different circles. One circle is going to measure the mirror size, which is the 16-inch. So go ahead and trace that. The other circle, what I did was I measured the wreath, the first ring shown in the circle in that wreath. Once you measure and you have the circles ready to go, what you're going to do is hot glue. We're going to hot glue the mirror with that board that we traced with the E6000, and right away we're also going to glue it with hot glue. Then we're going to glue that first circle with the mirror with the biggest mirror. So let's go ahead and glue those together. Once we glue the circles, before we're about to glue the last circle, as you see in this picture, what I did, I wanted to make sure that the mirror was centered. So we used those same blocks. We traced it all around the mirror and it fit perfectly. So this helped us keep an eye out to make sure that the mirror with the board was centered. Now for the fun part. We're gonna start gluing those wood pieces together. I really don't have an exact size or measurement, but what we did was we took 2 of the wood pieces and we created 2 different angles. We created one that looks like the hill and the other one that creates like a small V. So in this case, what I did was I hot glue, having both of the boards touching tip with tip. We hot glued it. As you see, they're barely touching each other. So let's go ahead and hot glue the tip and then apply the other tip of the wood. And once I found the right measurement that I like the angle, once I applied it in the mirror, I used that one as my guide. So you're gonna see here that that's gonna be my template, and every time the glue is almost setting, I go ahead and I use that template to make sure that every single one of them was precise. Here you see all the pieces finished. What we did everything at night, and we let everything set so then we could work on it in the morning, and let all these pieces dry. So we did paint it one side, we let it dry. They did dry quickly, and then we painted the other side. We painted every single angle from these, and here you see we have half shape the way that I show you, and then you have see the other half with the other ways. Remember, they're gonna go different size. So once all this was painted with the acrylic paint or metallic paint, now what we're gonna do is take some of the bling mesh. I already had some of this as well. I really feel like it's great to purchase the big pack, use a coupon, which we did at Michael's. You could do that in Joann, or another time we purchased it in Amazon. If you want, all those links are going to be provided below. So I go ahead and I trace the bling. We did 4 rows. The 4 rows made these wood pieces look a little bigger. So I really like that the 4 rows did look better. And then we measured, and then we cut. They're not the same size. The ones that are going up is one size, a little bigger. The one that goes inside is a little bit shorter. So you see how they look here. And these are the 2 shapes that we need throughout the mirror. Here what I did was I completed everything. I applied the mesh in some of them going inside, and here are the ones from the mesh going like a little hill. So here are all of them together ready to go. We just applied the hot glue, and now we're ready to apply them in the wreath. So here's a wreath, and you see that there's 4 different lines. We traced that circle to go into the first line, and now what we're going to do is hot glue. And not only hot glue, we're going to be using E6000, and we're going to be gluing the black board, which is the biggest size, to fit with the wire wreath. We couldn't make the blackboard a lot bigger because it did not fit in the board itself. So we couldn't even trace it because the board was a lot smaller. So the line that it worked best for us was the first line shown in the wreath, which is the one that is the first one closest to the circle. We also spray painted the wreath because it was a green color and you could see it through, and we just want to make sure that everything was consistent. So what we did was we only spray painted the front. We didn't spray paint the back at all. So now we are ready to go ahead and spray paint the wire wreath as you see it in the picture. Now we are ready to hot glue the mirror with the wreath. Here comes the fun part. Now we're gonna go ahead and start putting it together. So all I did was I aligned them to have an idea how it's gonna look like and how I'm gonna glue it. So here I'm trying to see it. So what I did was me and my husband, we put all of them around every single one of them. So then it was easier for us to go ahead and hot glue every single piece. So let's go ahead and get started. So now we're trying to figure out how this is gonna work. And as you see, we have all of them one shape put together, and then we're going to put the other shape in between. So what I was guided by was the outer ring, which is the last ring in the wreath, and then almost the tip touching the mirror. So the one that looks like a hill, that's what I was going by. So I want to make sure that every time it was touching almost the mirror. I've never put it inside, and in sometimes what we started doing was leaving it a little bit outer from the mirror, so the way it goes is touching the outer ring. I wanted to make sure that we was able to put hot glue in the outer ring that is holding to something, and then the other glue is holding to the black board. So let's go ahead and put the hot glue and go by the guide that I just mentioned. And every shape that looks like this, which is almost a hill, is what I went by. So as you see, it was a little bit off, and it wasn't even touching the outer ring. So since it's slanted, what it was doing was touching the second inner ring, or almost the last one. And that's where I put hot glue. And once you move the pieces, you have an idea exactly which ring you should put it to. But if you have a board that goes all around, then it will be a lot easier to glue. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the one that is slanted. You wanna make sure that it does pop out a little bit, and that is showing. So that one we put hot glue in the center. also in the center of the wire. So this is how it all looks like, all finished. We were really happy and impressed how it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this DIY as much as we love making it. We really love how it came out. So thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We truly appreciate your support. And if you really like this idea and how this one came out, just don't forget to give me a thumbs up. So thank you guys again. Hope you're having a wonderful week, and until the next video. Bye.